of Webercan.com, and today we're going to start. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. We're going to start our focaccia for tonight. Frankie's going to have some. It's going to be a little treat for dinner, so it's going to be a really fast one. I'm going to add some 1 cup of milk and water, about a teaspoon of sugar. This will make a 1 pound focaccia. About a tablespoon of sugar, teeny bit of yeast, about a 1/4 teaspoon, and 2 cups of flour. And we're not going to measure, about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. That's good. Alright. And 2 cups of flour. Don't have to be too careful. Then, what are we going to do, Frankie? Mix it? Yep. Now I'm going to mix it and then show you how little we really have to do to this. Going to keep scooping it off the edge until it gets to be kind of like a batter, a thick batter, a little more than pancake. And that's it. We've prepared the dough for the focaccia. Tonight we're going to let it sit on the counter overnight. I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's just a gooey mass. See that, Frankie? Yeah. Alright, so that's it. It's going to sit on the counter. I'm going to pop the cap on. I got a Rubbermaid container here with a little hole so that when it rises, the gas, or the, what gas is it? Carbon dioxide, correct. It will not pop the top of the container. So we're going to leave that here. What? Oh, Frankie, hold on. Yes, Frankie's my helper today. And this afternoon we're going to look at this thing and see what it looks like. Then we're going to convert it into a focaccia by cooking it on this tray. Remember, that's Webercan.com, and we'll be back in about 10 hours to finish this up.
10 hours?
Yep. Just station identification. And it's about 5 o'clock. Our dough has risen for about 10 hours. We started at 7 o'clock. And this is what it looks like. Like a big fluffy layer, big voluminous layer at the bottom after the fermentation. Show you a better look at it. That's what it's going to look like. And now the trickiest part of the whole thing, which isn't that tricky, we're going to try to loosen it from the sides and the bottom using a bunch of flour. Just throw it in. And then I'm going to take a flexible spatula and try to work it from the bottom. I'm going to try to show you this. What we're trying to do is loosen it from the side and the bottom to get a little bit of flour on the top and on the sides and work it so it goes underneath. And it just takes a couple passes with this thing. That's what I did with the spatula. And that's what it looks like. It's just a ball that's just kind of loose, and it's not really attached to the container from which it rose. Now, we're going to take it over here. We're going to grease our tray. And that's about all it is. Just put a little olive oil on the bottom. We're going to take our dough, plop it down, push it out. No rolling pins, nothing. Now we're going to cover it with, a little olive oil, a little messy, a little coarse. I'm going to put some coarse salt. This is baleen. It's a very coarse salt, more coarse than typical kosher salt. And usually I'd add fresh rosemary. Today we're going to just add some bottled stuff. because, and that's it. We're going to throw it in the oven. That's what it looks like. This is going to be approximately a pound, 1 pound focaccia after cooking. I'm going to wipe my hands before I throw it in the oven so I don't smear grease everywhere. And it's going into a, I'm going to go into a 450 degree oven, preheated for about 15 minutes, and set the timer for 20 minutes. See you in a little while. Okay, here we go. It's time. It's been about 20 minutes in a 450 degree oven. Frankie, what are we making? Focaccia. You got your fingernails done? Good. That's why she wasn't here the last time. So I'm going to turn off the oven, and tonight is, should say it's baba ganoush night. We're going to have baba ganoush, or what we call the other kind of hummus. Cucumbers, tomatoes, lupini, and of course, a little bit of ale. Now we're going to take the focaccia out and show you what it looks like. I'm going to use this pizza peel to take out the tray. A little easier.
Papa,
What?
I think my finger's bleeding a teeny bit.
Your finger's bleeding?
A teeny bit.
That's alright. We'll fix it later. Alright, the important thing, the focaccia, here it is. And as you can see, there's no problems with it sticking to the tray. It's,
because you put the oil on.
Because I put oil on it, right, Frankie? Good job. And it's covered with rosemary and salt, and it's going to be a perfect accompaniment to our baba ganoush. We'll let this cool for about 10-15 minutes before we cut into it, because in any bread it always does some final cooking towards the end. And as Mario Batali says, that's the dish. Alright, I just looked at the final clip and noticed I didn't get a good shot of the final bread. Frankie, take a look at the viewfinder and tell me what is there.
There.
Good, okay. This is the final product. And finally, that's the dish. Thanks for watching. And remember, this was a Weber Cam production. Thanks for watching. Thanks for visiting the site.